can we talk about the fact Snow White didn't have force fields? However, if Snow White had been a Jedi like me, she would have. So this is Ari White and the 7 villagers. YOLO. This looks so bad. This looks so bad.
Have you had a look at the magician's workbench yet, though? Yeah.
This looks so bad. Why does this look so terrible? Why does this look so bad? All right, we're gonna change some stuff here. It's not interesting. Like, okay, that's gonna be a window and that's gonna be a window. So maybe it's just because I don't have like windows set or something that I feel like this looks awful. Like, what? Honestly, what is the deal? It doesn't look like what I wanted it to look like.
What do you want it to look like?
My inspiration picture.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm gonna destroy it, make a new one. Yep. See, guys, this looks way better than our old roof. Pro tip, start with the roof. The roof. The roof is on fire. No, it's not, because it's made out of brick. Beaches! I don't understand why people, like... Okay, it's not that I don't understand. Let me rephrase that. When people say, I hate creative, like, I wonder why they hate creative. Because if I had gotten all these materials myself, I would still be building. So is it creative that you hate, or is it building? Because if it's a building, why do you even play this game, bro? Why? All right. Is it kind of looking like our house? All right, so how are we gonna do this now? It needs to be taller. It needs to be taller. This way. How do we make it come this way? And before that's what she said. Yep. Here we go. Okay. Guys, we're figuring it out. We're figuring it out. Guys, did we do it? It's not as long. Should I bring it out a few more blocks? I feel like it needs to come out more. I need this as my bookmark. I feel like it needs to come out to here. It needs to be longer. Yep. It needs to be longer. I feel like this should be a double door. Sounds like Dumbledore. Harry Potter is the best. Okay, so the next thing that's gonna happen in this house probably should be torches, honestly. This should be very tiny. And this is gonna be the kitchen. And then this is where the bedrooms are gonna be. Should probably make them. Okay, let's look for glass. Okay. Add a chimney. Good call. All right, what do you guys think? wanted a chimney? Got it smoked? I like it. I like it. The chimney looks too big. Should we cut it? And just do like this? Okay, you guys said it looked too big. What about like that? What do you think? Tropicana smoke block? What's the Tropicana one?
Well, as a matter of fact, it seems better now.
Oh, yep. 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 Yep.
Player needs to restart the server again, I think.
Yep.
Is that cool with you guys?
Yes. Yes. That's so
GG
badass for that idea. It's freaking perfect. That's amazing. That's amazing. So we're gonna need to use multi-parts next time because to do the shutters on the windows the way that I want to do them, we're gonna have to take a piece of wood and put it against the window, and then we're gonna take multi-parts and do like, I don't know if it'll be iron or something else around it to make it look like it's enforced with something, and we'll do that there, and then we'll add it around the windows probably as well, so it'll all be there. Look at our farms growing too. Yeah, you know, we can probably finish that. Yeah, so now our little farm's done. We've got cinnamon, vanilla, carrots, potatoes, wheat, barley, cotton, sugar. I think for now this is okay. For now this is okay. I'm gonna like the way that this looks a little bit better, and we'll see about the rest of it. I like it, you guys. I like it. All right, guys. So we are back, and I made the house out of clay, thinking that I would be able to take this clay and dye it with the Open Blocks paint can, and I cannot. So the problem is that I can dye sandstone, I can dye lots of other things, but I want to have a smooth, almost white texture. So I've got to come up with something somewhere. I don't know if I can dye iron, maybe? Okay, so that looks exciting. I've got to find something that's going to be relatively smooth. Let's see if we can dye quartz. That actually might be a really solid base if we can do that. See, can't dye quartz. So I'm looking for something that's going to be a smooth base. And it's looking like stained clay is just not going to do it. So I've got to find some kind of something to, I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, like, this isn't so bad. It's not what our original inspiration picture looked like. However, it's definitely not the worst. I don't know what a whole house made out of this is going to look like. But let's stand back and see what that looks like. See, I don't know. I just feel like that's not as attractive. Maybe as like a one all the way around layer. I know that one of the photos that I found that I really liked had kind of a base layer of cobble going all the way around it, kind of like a basement, and then it had something on the top. But there's got to be something that we can find. And smooth sandstone, I don't like the lip at the top that it does. and it's kind of like this awkward yellow color. I guess maybe what we can do is try, let's maybe try to match that brownish color. What color is that? Like that? I don't know. Is that pretty, that might be close. So we can try to match this other color and see what we can come up with. Cause I don't, that's gotta go. That can't stay like that. I just don't like that color. Okay, so that's like super brown. That's like super brown. Oh God, that's awful. That is awful. How many colors of brown can we mix maybe? It's gotta be more of like a yellowy color, I think. What is happening? I have no idea what we're doing here. I'm trying to get to this like golden brown color. Is that what we're doing? No, that's wrong. That is all wrong. Oh wait, what was that? What was that? What was that? How do you make that more brown? Maybe? Mix. Boom. Boom. I don't know. We'll see what that looks like. We're just gonna keep mixing until we can find something and come up with a color combination that's not gonna look absolutely horrid. Okay, so after messing with a bunch of different materials and rebuilding the house essentially several times, I came up with a color combination I think looks okay. So what I did is I used normal cobblestone. It says it's a canvas because once you paint it with open blocks, then it changes it to a canvas. But basically I took cobblestone, look like this, boop, and then I painted it, like no. And then I used bleached bone block. So nothing that I could come up with was going to give me that kind of look, which was that like off-white color, and I couldn't dye sandstone the right color, and it was pretty ridiculous. So I think that is what I'm gonna go with. I feel like that's pretty safe. But now that we've done that, I might actually replace this with cobblestone and make it match. I feel like that might look a little bit better than what we had before. So we'll go ahead and replace the fireplace. Good grief, we built a big fireplace. I did not remember it being that big. We will go ahead and rebuild the fireplace, and then we will do this, and then we'll paint it and see what that looks like. Hopefully that looks a little bit better and kind of pulls everything in. We had the smokestack up earlier, and it was causing a lot of lag, so we'll put that back up as well so that everything can smoke. So let's pull up our fire pit. Where you at, fire pit? There we go. That right in the middle. And then we'll take a step back here and see how I feel like that looks before we put the shutter and stuff on. Oh, see, I like that. I feel like that's very cottagey looking. I don't know about all that red. Maybe we need to go down a bit with that. That's kind of insane. Let's paint this. Boop, 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 and put fire pit there. Now let's see what that looks like. Looks a little bit better. Yeah, I think that's great. That works out a lot better. So we're going to go ahead and then make the shutters, and I'll figure out a combination for that, and hopefully then that will be the base of the house done. Okay, so we're done with the house for now. So basically what I did was I went ahead and just took redwood bark. I made it match the doors, and I just used micro blocks and cut them. I tried to use some metal to frame around them, but I think they might be too thick where it's trying to register them on the outside of the block instead of right on top. I'm not quite sure. So I'll have to wait until maybe Dyer comes on to get help with that. But I can show you inside. So this is where the kitchen's going to be right here. But I'm going to use a lot of the agriculture. Agriculture. It's probably not on here. Let me see if I can find it up here for you. Okay, so here's the agriculture. There's a processor, a counter, an oven, an ice box, a brewer, a fryer. So all of that kind of stuff I'm gonna learn how to make. I don't want to just spawn it and have it here. I want to actually learn how to make it because I really think that that's an interesting mod and I want to learn more about it. So for now, we just have the cauldron as the sink placeholder. We've got our furnace in there, which we had before. We added another chest. We've got a crafting table here. Here's all the little coat hooks for the little dwarves. And then up here is all their beds. And I've given the dwarves their name. The only thing we actually have to do is to spawn dwarves, which I think we were gonna use the Ewoks. I need to paint this cobble inside. I think we were gonna use Ewoks. So we need to go up here and spawn 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yay! They make pig noises, which isn't really what we're looking to do. But they're here. And we can rename them so we'll get name tags and stuff, but at least they're here. So that's the house for now. The other thing that I wanted to show you guys is we got the glass all done. It took forever. But I wanted to show you that when you're in the corner over here, you can see the seams, the top corner. But when you run up to it, it's actually there. You can walk on the top of it. We're starting to get some lag here. But you can see everything below it. So there's everything that's inside. If we fly over here, everything's enclosed. So I know that we talked about making it flow around stuff as much as possible, so you can see that like I actually had to hand do all of that and make it go in there. There's one of the squirrels that we spawned. So that is all done. The force field thing is completely done. It did do some kind of crazy stuff, which is to be expected because it's taking up some of the water. But from right here, when you're coming up on it, it looks pretty undetectable. You can't see it up there. The smoke is still there. You can just kind of see this one entrance. This is the only way in, and this is the only way out. There's no other way in and no other way out unless you break the glass. And now I'm gonna have trouble getting in. Yeah, let's see. There we go. So you walk on the little pathway. It looks like you're walking on water. It's so magical. So that's that. The leaves still fall in here, which is something I was concerned about. I didn't know if the wind would still blow, but obviously you can see from the smoke that it is, and the leaves are still falling, which is awesome. I was really, really concerned about that. I wanted to make sure that we did. You can see over here a little bit more of the glass, how we tried to keep everything in there. So it goes all the way. Oh, we missed some spots. I'll have to go back in there and fill that in. But the glass goes all the way over to here. So let's see if I can, yeah, you can't see it. It's an invisible force field. There it is. It runs all the way along here. All the way over to here. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Boom, we've hit the wall. So it goes all the way over to here. Kind of in, let's see if we can back in the corner. We're backed into the corner right here. So then the only other thing that kind of went outside of this is that I know that we were going to come here and make this the cave for the dwarves. The only thing that I did was I did enclose this because I wanted this cave to kind of be untouched and be by itself. So I put that there because this was This was outside of our little force field. So I enclosed that, and that's where we are. This has taken so far, I don't know how many episodes, if you will, this is going to end up being, but I've worked on this total today for about 9 hours, 8 or 9 hours. The glass took a lot of time. It took a lot of time, but of course we had to rebuild the house like twice, which was frustrating because I didn't like the way that it was laid out the first time. We will continue this. This is a much bigger project than I thought it would be. I thought I'd get on and have it built in a couple hours, but this is gonna be a beast. So thanks for hanging in there, guys, dealing with all of the craziness, and we'll see you in game soon. Bye.